So how are you physically right now?
Physically, I'm doing well. I think that I'm getting better and better, more confident every week. That showed just in my performance over the past couple meets, and I'm ready to go.
Describe what the injury was and how it happened.
I have something called osteogonum in my ankle, and it's basically just an extra piece of bone. But when I go on my toes, so when I take off or sprint, it kind of pinches that piece of bone. And it's just painful. Since it's an extra piece of bone, it doesn't really matter if anything happens to it. It just hurts. So.
And they just take that out?
Well, not yet, but.
So you just have to play through it.
Yep.
You've competed in regionals before, preliminaries, whatever it's called now. So you know what it's about. I mean, what's the approach for you guys?
The approach is get top 12. Just make it through to the next round. That's really the important thing right now, just getting through to the national championships.
Any focus on marks or anything like that?
Not really, and I can't really speak for the other events. For pole vault, it's top 12 go. So once there's 12 girls left, you stop. So like last year, you had to jump 13.9 to get in, and then we just ended the competition. So basically, it's just staying alive, make bars, and then get ready for NCAA's.
Does that make it easier for you guys knowing that once you get to 12 you don't have to go anymore?
Somewhat. It's a little bit less pressure because you probably won't have to jump as high as you normally would to focus on winning a competition. But on the other hand, it's like it could come down to attempts. It could come down. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It could come down to attempts, or it's a little bit of pressure just because it's the preliminaries to the national championships. So.
How big of a home field advantage is it to have this meet here and plus having two teammates that are going to be jumping with you?
Well, I'm really excited to have my teammates jumping with me. I think that that's awesome that we have 3 girls in the competition. As far as home field advantage goes, I've heard the weather is not supposed to be spectacular, but that's something that we're used to, so I think that might give us quite a bit of an advantage over some other teams.
Did you have to sweat this one out last year? Were you?
A little bit. So last year I was also coming into this meet a little banged up.
Yeah.
But I made some pretty clutch third attempts. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but it was good. Yeah.
Are you doing anything to your foot in between repetitions? Are you icing it down, wrapping it, or anything like that?
Well, I've just been getting my ankle taped before practices and making sure to ice afterwards. But besides that, there's not really much you can do since it's a bony injury. So.
What's the ankle condition called?
Ostrigonum. It's OS and then a different word in TRIGONUM, I think.
Have you had this all your life?
Yeah, so apparently this is the first that has really bothered me. I had a couple problems with it last year when I was coming back, but we didn't really think anything of it, and we didn't think it was a big deal, but it started really bothering me at indoor NCAA's, and that's when we kind of started looking into it a little bit more and figured out what it was, but